In the last video, we learnt about the master gland, the pituitary gland, and the hormones secreted by it. We also saw the conditions caused by abnormal levels of pituitary hormones in the body. Today, we will see a pair of another important glands, the thyroid and the parathyroid gland. The thyroid and parathyroid glands, like other glands, are under the direct control of the master endocrine gland, the pituitary gland. The parathyroid glands are named for their closeness to the thyroid, though they serve a completely different role than the thyroid gland. The thyroid gland produces hormones that regulate the metabolism of the body, which is the process by which your body converts food into energy required for its functioning. Students, you may be wondering that what role the thyroid plays in regulating metabolism? The thyroid hormone regulates the body's metabolic rate, that is, how quickly the cells in your body use the energy stored within them, while the parathyroid gland produces hormones that control the calcium and phosphorus levels in the blood. Now, let's see the functioning and hormone of thyroid gland in detail. Do you know, students, the thyroid is the largest endocrine gland. It is a butterfly-shaped gland located in the neck region below the voice box. Like the pituitary, the thyroid is also made up of two lobes, which are located on either sides of the windpipe. These two lobes of the thyroid gland are connected by means of a narrow band of tissue called the isthmus. The follicle cells in the thyroid gland secrete two hormones, T3, that is triiodothyronine, and T4, that is tetraiodothyronine or thyroxine. T3 and T4 are among the most important hormones of human body, affecting growth and cell metabolism by regulating uptake of oxygen by all the body cells. You know, students, iodine is very important for the production of T3 and T4 in thyroid gland. This is the reason we eat salt enriched with iodine, which is called iodized salt. The increase of oxygen uptake in the cells increases the rate of metabolism of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, which in turn increases the basal metabolic rate, abbreviated as BMR. Did you know that the basal metabolic rate or BMR is the amount of energy consumed by the body in the resting state? That is, it is the minimum energy consumption by the body. If the body activity increases, the energy consumption also increases. Thyroid hormones increase the BMR, which means the calories burnt increases even though the body is in resting state. Thyroid hormones helps to maintain normal body temperature, influence the activity of central nervous system, control the growth of body and bone formation, and are essential for normal physical, mental, and personality development. And hence, thyroid hormones are also known as personality hormones. Now, when the thyroid gland fails to secrete the normal level of hormones, the condition is called thyroid dysfunction, which in turn leads to other disorders. The imbalances in the levels of thyroid hormones causes two conditions: hyperthyroidism, that is increased secretion of thyroid hormones, and hypothyroidism, that is decreased secretion of thyroid hormones. The important symptoms of hypothyroidism are protrusion of the eyeballs, increased basal metabolic rate, high body temperature, profuse sweating, loss of body weight, increased appetite, nervousness, and menstrual irregularities. The most common cause of hyperthyroidism is Graves' disease. It is an immune disorder in which thyroid produces too much T4 hormone. The common symptoms of hypothyroidism are weight gain, fatigue, constipation, excessive sleepiness, loss of hair, infertility, and heavy menstruation. Now, diseases associated with hypothyroidism are goiter, cretinism, and myxedema. Goiter is caused due to deficiency of iodine in our body. This leads to low level of thyroid hormones, which in turn causes the enlargement of thyroid gland, which gives rise to swelling in the neck. Cretinism is caused due to decreased secretion of thyroid hormones in infants, even if iodine levels are normal. This leads to reduced growth, mental defects, lack of skeletal development, and deformed bones. Myxedema is caused by deficiency of thyroid hormones in adults. Such adults are mentally sluggish, have higher body weight, show puffiness of the face and hands. Here also, iodine levels are normal. Students, now let us see other gland, that is parathyroid gland, in detail and its hormone. The parathyroid gland consists of 4 small oval bodies located at the back of the thyroid gland, 2 behind each lobe of the thyroid gland. The chief cells of the glands produce the hormone called parathyroid, also known as parathyroid hormone. Parathyroid hormone regulates calcium and phosphorus metabolism in the body. Parathyroid hormone acts on 3 target sites in the body: bones, kidney, and the intestine, to maintain blood calcium levels. If the levels of calcium are low in blood, it stimulates the release of calcium stores in the bones into the bloodstream. It also increases the absorption of calcium from blood in the intestine and reduces calcium excretion by kidneys through urine. Decreased secretion of parathyroid hormone leads to muscle spasm known as tetany and painful cramps of limb muscles. So students, we have learnt about a pair of important glands, the thyroid and the parathyroid glands, and their functions. The thyroid glands secretes T3 and T4 hormones. The parathyroid glands secrete parathyroid hormone or PTH, also called parathormone. We also learned about disorders caused by abnormalities in the secretion of thyroid and parathyroid hormones. In next video, we will see some other endocrine glands and their functioning.